If you think that the nose is the only place that produces boogers, then you're wrong. Everyone has woken up in the morning to find gunk in their eyes, whether it's wet and sticky or dry and crusty. Luckily, these are unlikely to be harmful, although in excess they may be a sign of other medical conditions. To understand what exactly causes eye boogers, we first need to understand just how the eyes protect themselves. The first and most obvious source of protection is through tears. Tears describe the fluid predominantly consisting of water, electrolytes and metabolites, which are substances involved in metabolism, either as reactants or products. Despite only seeming like a salty fluid, tears have many functions that are crucial for good eye health. One of these is keeping the cornea moist to prevent dryness, injury or infection. The cornea is the transparent protective covering of the eye, which helps to focus light onto the retina along with the lens. The cornea is susceptible to touch, temperature and chemicals due to its large number of unmyelinated nerve endings, and is composed of protein and cells arranged in 5 layers. These are neurons that lack myelin, which provide electrical insulation along the axon. Another essential purpose of tears is to transfer nutrients and oxygen to the cornea, which doesn't possess the blood supply to do this itself. Tears also help to trap and remove small foreign particles, which may lead to infection or damage to the eye. Along with electrolytes, including sodium and chloride ions, tears are rich in antibodies. These are mainly immunoglobulin A antibodies, which are heavily involved in the immune function of mucous membranes as the first line of defense against viral and bacterial infection. In terms of the composition of tears, they contain 3 layers which are produced in different parts of the eye. Firstly, there is the water layer, which makes up the vast majority of tears and contains all the dissolved electrolytes and antibodies required by the cornea. This water layer is produced by the lacrimal glands on the top outside edge of the eye within the conjunctiva, and makes its way to the surface of the eye through lacrimal excretory ducts. The second layer is made of mucus, produced by goblet cells in the mucus glands in the conjunctiva. The final layer is composed of oil, synthesized by oil glands in the eyelid margin. This oil and mucus mixes with water to add further protection to the tear film and prevent evaporation. There are 3 types of tears in humans, but only 2 in animals, as humans are the only species known to produce tears as a consequence of emotion. Firstly, there are basal tears, which are responsible for lubrication and nourishment, and make up the majority of unprovoked tears. The next type is reflex tears, which help to remove irritants as well as debris from the eye surface. Humans also produce emotional tears, which contain large amounts of stress hormones like ACTH, so it is thought that these kind of tears help to regulate these hormone levels in the body. All of these drain into the nose through the nasolacrimal ducts, one from each eye. Apart from tears, the eye releases rheum into the mouth, nose and eyes, which is particularly noticeable during sleep. Rheum consists of mucus produced by the cornea or conjunctiva, as well as blood cells, skin cells and dust. It serves as protection to remove waste products and debris, which are washed away through the nasolacrimal ducts when we wake up and start blinking. The final, more physical methods of protection found at the eyes are the eyelids and lashes. The upper and lower lashes act as a physical barrier for foreign particles, and when provoked, cause the eye to blink. Eyelids also work as a physical barrier which close upon the slightest provocation, and when closed, help to keep the eye moist. During sleep, the eyes continue to manufacture these substances, though they cannot be cleared away through blinking. This causes excess matter to gather in the corner of the eyes and eyelashes, drying out when exposed to air and forming eye boogers in the canthi, which are the inner and outer corners of the eye where the lids meet. The eye boogers that form as a result of this can be dry and crusty or wet and sticky, depending on how much of the liquid is evaporated. Many conditions can accelerate this process. Physical examples include irritation from cosmetics, debris or contact lenses, and also from allergies and a particular climate. Because rheum is also part of an immune response, just as the goblet cells in the lungs secrete mucus that traps bacteria and is swept away by the epithelial cells, production can increase during infection. Conjunctivitis or pink eye is particularly common in children. It occurs when the conjunctiva, which contains many tiny blood vessels, becomes infected and turns red. A stye may also form, which is an eyelid infection that may block glands and form a tender lump. If the eye isn't draining adequately, then this may be a sign of a blocked tear duct, usually caused by injury, infection or a tumour. So, you've just woken up in the morning and your eyes are all gunky. How should you remove it? As tempting as it is to remove them with your fingernail, this can scratch the cornea, which may lead to permanent damage. Nails also contain one of the largest sources of harmful bacteria in the body, as well as all the dirt and debris that your eyes have spent all night trying to remove. Instead, you should use a warm flannel and flush the eye with water or saline solution. Rubbing may cause the debris to travel deeper into the eye, and it is vital to wash hands before and after, as eyes are very prone to infection. Finally, don't put in contact lenses until all the gunk is removed, as this may trap it further. Given that around 80% of blindness is preventable, healthy eye habits are pivotal, as while you may be able to get a hip replacement, you only have one pair of eyes for life.